video from Willem Hank. So today we're somewhere in the forest and doing something a little bit different. We're just going to hike some kilometers into the forest and then do some bushcraft kind of stuff, like setting up a small camp with my tarp and doing some cooking. I have some really nice meat with me, vegetables, potatoes. I got a new cast iron skillet and a new stove, so I'm gonna test that out and see how that works. You can see behind me the forest completely full of dead trees. That's because there's a certain tree disease in this forest. I already saw a deer a couple of minutes ago, so there's a lot of wildlife here. So maybe we'll see some more along the way. So it's all kind of like this terrain, so a little bit more difficult, but you'll see. There are a lot of animal tracks here, and that's mainly because there's a herd of horses here and there's a herd of cattle here. How do you say that? There's also the possibility that we will meet them, and as you can see, it is quite a jungle here. So yeah, and this is only the edge. So look at how the tree is growing. So this is basically the terrain I was talking about. As you can see, there are dead trees everywhere. Whoa, these are really thick reeds. And it doesn't end. See, there's a trail where the horses went, so I go there. I came across some tracks from boots, as you can see here. So, well, I was thinking nobody comes here ever, but probably they do. You can also see a lot of tracks from the horses and the deer, like here. I think this is a nice spot. I got two trees where I set up my tarp. I feel the wind is coming from that way, so I need to put it like this. There's a lot of dead wood here, so it's easy to cut. Although, as you see, it is very wet. It has rained for the last like 3 weeks on and on and on. So the last 2 days is fairly dry. So I hope I can manage to use some wood, but we'll see. There's a thick forest also here, so maybe that sheltered the wood a little bit from the rain. If this doesn't work, then we'll try that, but we'll see. So, what do we have with us? Potatoes, some pork meat, and sausage, some paprika, onion, and mushrooms, and my new skillet with a lid I just separately bought. I got this tip from the Outdoor Gear Review, the channel, and yeah, he also got this pan, this skillet, and bought a lid for it, so works perfectly. Although we're about to see that. So I got this little knife, very handy for bushcrafting, cutting all kinds of wood. Oil, and I'm going to cheat a little bit today because it's so wet. I got some fire lighters, or how do you call them in English? They're basically like wood rolls with wax in them, and they're more easy for making fire. And then sitting flat, but I don't think I'll need it, but it's really lightweight, so some gloves for woodworking and heat protection, my chair, my stove, a windscreen for the stove, and some bottles of water. And this one, I just got it. It's a really nice addition to the bottles. It's from Source. It's a hose which you can screw onto a Nalgene bottle, and that makes the system really versatile. But we'll need this one for now. Oh, something for my chair, a spatula, and that was about it. Yeah. Oh, and of course some pins for my tarp. I got my tarp and some rope and elastic. So let's see if we can make some coffee with Willem Henk first, and then make some food. So, nice and convenient. Very nice. Now do some cooking. pretty dry, I think. So, let's make some coffee first, after this hard work. Well, I just collected quite some firewood, as you see, because I think that your stove will eat through a lot of wood very quickly. So, let's see. I bought this off of Amazon. It's a Lexada stove. Lexada titanium. So as you can see, it's a little bit of fiddling, but if you do it correctly, then it's not that hard to set up. Let's put this fella right here. Butt supports. Look. I thought this was pretty decent stuff, but it's not working that well because it's all wet. Let's try something different. These things burn like crazy, so as you can see. So a little cheating today, but let's see if we can get this a little bit, this fire a little bit going, and then we'll make some coffee. A nice fire with Willem Hank. This nice skillet. It's a large 6.5 inch skillet, if you would like to know. Quite quick, it's already cooking. But I think the pan is screaming hot already. I think I need to tone the fire down a little bit. These cast iron skillets, you have to be a little bit careful because they are going to get screaming hot. And I don't have to pour it on my fingers. Or I shouldn't be doing that. Nice coffee with Willem Hank. So let's make some fruit now. Really curious how that's going to work out. So let's add some oil. And what are we going to cook? Let's first do the potatoes, then add some onions, paprika and mushrooms, and then some meat. First I want to check out how the potato will work out. Nice. So, what's better than coffee with Willem Hank and baking potatoes with Willem Hank? Nice. Let's mix them up a little bit. I think these will take quite some time actually, but we'll see. Ooh, that's very nice. That works perfectly. So, I think we're just gonna add some onions, paprikas, and mushroom. So, some onion. So, some mushrooms as well. It's a little bit full, but hey, what can you do, right? So, add some paprika and then let this settle for some time. Oh, it's too full, but I don't care. So let's push it down a little bit so it fits. So I also got this pig fillet steak. So it's a pig fillet steak and then Texan flavor. So 2 pieces. So curious how that is going to work out on this pan. So I wasn't paying attention and my fire almost went out. So I need to add some wood. It's indeed burning through it fairly quickly. I think I might even have to get some more. So let's see how these vegetables are working out. Really great actually. The potatoes as well. I mean, they're cooking really nicely. So have to be careful because, oh, there's an onion falling down. So, but it will need a little bit more. This pan is actually too small for Willem Henk because Willem Henk eats a lot. But hey, what can you do? So I basically chose this as a camping spot. And yeah, it has some nice wood, some trees where I can put up my tarp. And my food is cooking currently, so that's very nice. And yeah, you can also see some horse trails again here. But I haven't seen them yet, so. So let's see. Ooh, that's looking quite nicely. Ooh, and that one's burned. That's not so good, but oh, and that one as well. Okay, we're gonna fish those out. But anyway, I think it's done. And let's put it in a small bowl. So, let's put it in here. It's a little bit burnt, but the pan is scorching hot. Oh, nice. But it worked out quite well. So let's add some oil again and then cook the meat. So this one can be for the animals. But the rest, I mean, it's quite well. Worked out quite well, so let's eat. So let's add some oil again. Up. It's coming out. Alrighty. It's sticking little bit to the pan, but okay. Let's not throw in too much wood because it's getting quite hot. So, ooh, nice meal with Willem Henk. Oh, great. Vegetables as well. It's a little bit burnt, like this one. That one's for the horses. The rest is quite good. So let's make sure the meat's not gonna burn. I don't think it will. No, it's great. Okay. Nice. So I'm gonna check if the pork is done. I think so. Because it's and this is nice and convenient of this cast iron skillet. It stays at your stove without you holding it. So because of the weight. Let's see if this one is done already. Because I don't want to bite into raw meat. And as you can see, it needs just a little bit, only a little bit. Yeah, let's wait for a second. It's really fun to keep this fire going. You know, it's just being busy with something while you're waiting for your food. So I think the pork is done. I mean, I don't want to cook it or overcook it. That would be a shame. So yeah, it's the little pink edge is off. So yeah, it's great. A nice piece of meat with Willem Henk. We're going to eat our meat in just a second, but of course Willem Henk is always hungry. As the people who personally know Willem Henk all know, Willem Henk never stops eating. So we'll add the potatoes for the next meal. So let those cook slowly. It's a really nice pan actually. I mean, yeah, it doesn't get out, or the food doesn't get out as burned as I thought. And those potatoes, I left them in far too long. So yeah, that was practically my own fault. So it's working really great. So let's cut up this meat a little bit. Oh, wow, it looks great. Definitely really juicy. So bon appetit. Nice. As all the people who know Willem Henk personally know, Willem Henk loves a lot of meat. So therefore I bought 2 of these pork chops and an extra sausage, because you can never have enough meat. So put in the comments if you also love meat and how much you eat of it. If you do some barbecuing, because I love to hear those stories as well. Yeah. So let's grab this pork chop. Alright, so potatoes are cooking up nicely. Let's add the vegetables again. Some nice green bell pepper. Some nice onions again. Oh, look at that. That's great. Cooking with Willem Henk. Very nice. Oh. It's too full, but hey, you know the trick. Let's push it down. Let's make this fit. Oh. That was just in time. Or not. Yeah, just in time. So it fits, you see, perfectly. Perfectly. So, looking very nice. So potato seems like done. Seems to have worked out a lot better than before. Still a little burnt, but hey, what can you do? So nice. Okay, scrape off this burnt stuff. Let's add some extra oil at the other pork chop. Now, do it correctly. Come on. Woohoo! Very nice. This lid works perfectly. So let's try these potatoes. Just great. Very nice. Turn this one around. So I also eat quite a lot and a lot of meat, and I also do a lot of barbecuing. So sometimes I cook up a whole chicken, and yeah, well, I just eat the whole chicken. But then people go like, oh wow, you eat a whole chicken, it's not normal, blah blah. But yeah, I think that's not that much. I mean, okay, it's not a small piece of meat, but hey. So comment down below if you think Willem Henk is right or not, if eating a whole chicken is a lot or not. I'm just gonna also add this sausage. It's a very nice sausage. It's a jalapeno and cheese sausage. Very nice. So I think the pork is done. Yeah, a little pink. So let's wait for a bit. Turn around the sausage because it's that one's going fairly quickly. Come on, little sausage. So let's check if it's done. Yep, perfect. Woohoo! Almost burned. So now we have some sort of a stew. Very nice. And the sausage is done as well. Oh. Yep, very nice. Let's add some water and clean up this skillet. Just let it cook and then clean itself. So let's cut up this sausage. So wow, got some potatoes, some vegetables, some jalapeno cheese sausage and pork chop mixed all together. What's better than that, right? That sausage is great. Really nice. Good stuff for Willem Henk. Ogam into the stomach of Willem Henk. See, this pan basically cooked out all the rest of the food that was in there. I'll just wipe it off with a paper towel just to get the most of it off. Let's make some coffee. Very nice. Yep, I think the water's boiling. coffee. Coffee with Willem Henk. That worked out quite nice. The skillet worked great. I mean, I seasoned it before. Yeah, it's basically non-stick with the oil, works perfectly. The stove works almost perfect. Sometimes can't get enough air, it seems, but yeah, just keeps you a little going. And yeah, I burned through a lot of wood, so that was as expected, but yeah, that's really a lot of wood, so I know that for next time. So the potatoes were great, the vegetables, the meat, everything was great. So yeah, Willem Henk's stomach is full. I'm going to enjoy my coffee now, let this burn off, clean it up, and then yeah, get back home. So only a small moment, coffee with Willem Henk, and see you next time.